Welcome, welcome. Today I'm going to show you through some of the decks. So this is some of the decks on the website, and by using them you're going to actually get to see how they work. Why am I doing this? Because I've had some feedback to say somebody was looking at one of the decks but they couldn't find online enough flip throughs on that deck, that particular deck, which happened to be this one here. So I thought if I do a reading, 3 groups, each with a different deck, you'll see how they read, and you may actually get a message out of it, but you'll also get to peruse and have a look at the different decks and how. Now this one is one of my biggest sellers, the personal predictions. Lots of people have this deck. A lot of people all over the internet use this deck, so you'll see this in a lot of places. So it's one of my biggest ones. These two are very good decks. I use them personally actually use all 3 of these decks for my personal readings, and for when I do a reading for a person I'll use these 3 decks. And I'll also use them when I have personal questions as well. I'll jump to whichever one, depending on what my question is, will give the answer to in a better way. So these 2 are both general purpose decks. This one here goes a little bit more into purpose and your mission, and as well as it can read general purpose as well. They all read general purpose, which is why I'm using these decks. So mystery topics today, which means that I'm not going in with a direct topic. Each deck will read a different way, so you can see the style of the deck, the words, and I'll actually get to see the pictures of the decks as I do a full decent spread with them. But as I said, I use these are the 3 decks that I go to when I do personal readings for people. I use these 3 decks here because I think they give the best outcome for what goes on in someone's life. Now this one I worked on this one for about 10 years. So this one has different things that I went through, as well as different family members around me went through different things to what happened in a decade of life during this one being created. This one was very spiritually in tuned to get the information for this one, and corresponds to a book which comes with the deck. And then this one here is very popular. It's being used by many people, many psychic readers on the internet. So this one here is quite a popular choice. And a beautiful deck as well. So let's get into the reading, so you can choose whichever deck you want to check out today. You may want to see how all 3 read, or if there might be one specific deck you're looking at. If you're guided towards a pile, which is your blue SODALITE group 1, your AQUAMARINE or Aqua for group 2, or the pink opal if you're looking for pink group 3. So if you're here for a message, then what are you feeling right now, group 1, 2 or 3, or blue, green or pink, for where your message is going to be for today. Let's get into today's reading. Welcome back, Group 1. Group 1, you've selected to go through the Immortal Cycle Oracle today and take a look at what messages this could bring for you today, or just a general flip through. So I've done a spread of cards for a general reading, and I'll bring through whatever messages that I hear or that comes through today. But I've also divided the cards into 3 piles. As I feel like I need a clarifier or an additional message, I'll pull from whichever pile that I am directed to. So group 1, let's bring through some messages for the people in group 1. Now it looks to be that you've got some kind of ending coming your way. So endings, doors close so that new doors can open. Now you're forging a new path. Now the way to the new path is to close old doors. So maybe there's old thought patterns or old ways of doing things that need to be ended. Maybe it's programming. This deck is quite a powerful deck when it comes to looking at what our programs are and what our loops are. So what's holding us back? What's preventing you from moving forward or forging this new path? There's something that needs to be ended here. Perhaps it's some kind of programming or limiting belief system that you have why you're not moving forward, why there's some kind of roadblock. But I do feel that every experience that you've been through, even though you're closing the doors on certain things. Now, how this feels to me is that it's Neptune. Neptune's moved sign. So Neptune's moved into Aries. Aries is a very impulsive energy, lots of motivation, lots of activation with that Aries energy. But Neptune is very gentle. It wants to gently sever the connections that certain parts of had over you. And what I mean by that is there might have been a job that you did that you really loved, or a business that you had that you really loved, and Neptune comes in to gently say, okay, it's time to let this go. We're moving you forward, forging a new path for you, built with strong foundations based on past experiences that you have, and moving you into a direction that's much more closely aligned of where your soul needs you to be at this time. So it's about becoming aware of your body and aware of how you're feeling about something. If you're feeling, and it doesn't have to just be a job or a business, this can be a relationship, a friendship, it can be the house you're living in, the place you live in, the place you work in. Start to pay attention to your body, because it's going to give you the subtle clues that you need. Are you getting tension headaches? Are you getting pain within your body? Are you getting fatigue over certain people or situations? Do certain people give you headaches? Does being around a certain person make you feel very drained? Trust in your body's judgment. Your body is your personal navigation system to let you know if you are on the right track, or if somebody is or not even intentionally, but somebody is draining you. So the energy that I'm getting from this is, yes, you have to look at this from a very logical point of view. You have to, do your pros and cons list and work out what is going to be intellectually the correct path for you, logically the correct path, I should say, for you. But I do see repeating patterns here and loops going. It's almost like you're been in a situation for a long time and you keep coming up to these patterns that keep forming. So it could be you keep butting heads with the same person, or you keep redoing the same argument over and over again, or you keep getting the same reoccurring patterns in your body, headaches, tension, muscle aches, tiredness, different. I'm even picking up energy around when you have that reactions to certain foods, or reactions to like your immune system coping with something. And I feel it's connected also to the life that you're living, the job that you do, the person that you're around, whatever it is that keeps coming up for you, for your body, into your body. It's working it through the layers, and it's into your physical body, creating and manifesting an illness, a disease, or some kind of body ache or pain that's saying, okay, pay attention to me, because you need to end certain things that Neptune's gently saying, I want to sever the connection that this has on you. Sever the tie that it has on you. Maybe it was somebody that you really loved, a friend that you're very close to, a job that you once loved in the past, or a business that you built and you don't want to let it go. Neptune's coming in to gently help sever those ties that bind you to it, in order for you to forge forward on a new path. In general, what the cards are saying is that there is endings coming. We see ending. Something needs to come to an end. Is it programming? Is it your limiting belief systems? Is it an actual physical thing or person that you need to let go of? Anything unresolved can be here. Anything unresolved would be things that keep repeating, patterns that just keep reoccurring, the same argument over and over again, and it never gets resolved. It could be butting heads with a person and it doesn't get resolved. Housing issues, that there's an issue with the house and nobody ever seems to fix it or solve that problem. A workplace problem with people, and people in charge just don't care and don't want to resolve the issues that you're having. So those kind of things, is it time to say, right, do I need to stand up and forge a new path for myself, because nothing's getting better in this situation? Those challenges, those reoccurring issues, even if they're physical body manifestations, they're going to keep occurring in your life, because that door is meant to close. You are meant to forge a new path forward. Now, experiences indicate that it wasn't a waste. Whatever it was you went through, that friendship you learnt, you grew from it, that place you lived in, that job that you had, that skill that you were obsessed about at one stage, it's all for a purpose, because it's meant to become part of the new path or the new you moving forward. It wasn't a waste of time. It was something that you built strength from. I've got the strength card sitting over here. So that experience built strength in you. It built courage. It built resourcefulness. It built skills. It's definitely skills that I'm feeling. So those skills are going to be very useful in order for you to forge forward. So we've got the card of intellect. Now I feel the solitude card is saying that it's time to be logical about your decision too. You can't just sever ties suddenly without moving forward, especially when it comes to having an income. So you can't leave a job and there's nothing to replace it. So you need to be very logical about the situation as well. It's not just about, okay, the cards are saying, let's close this door. I'm having issues with it. I'm just going to quit. There needs to be structures in place. There needs to be some kind of path forward where you're not missing out on an income, or where you have a house to live in, or where whatever it is that you're thinking about letting go, you need something there that's going to help you through. You can't just cut and run. There needs to be structures in place here. But solitude is indicating logic. You need to be logical about the situation, but you need to do this alone. So it's not about advice from other people. It's about you really just being logical and thinking about it from your own perspective and what is going to be best for you, because the solitude card, this is your path to forge, and this is something you have to work through. So it's best not really to listen to everybody, because it's going to dilute the information coming through. You need to really tap in and see how you feel about it. Tap into your body energy over here to make sure. Now, deprogram is showing me where your limiting belief systems, things that need to come to an end for some people, could be limiting belief systems. It can be, I have been programmed to say, I cannot achieve this, or I'm not good at that, or this person's better at me than this. So this is where you need to dismantle those limiting beliefs, because they're not going to be useful or helpful to you in your path moving forward. This is a beautiful card. This is alignment. This is aligning yourself to the highest timeline. For you, this is where your soul needs you to be on this journey at this moment. That's why it's closing doors, or suggesting that doors to be closed for you. And they will happen gently, because I feel that the energy that's doing that is Neptune and not Pluto. So I feel it's gentle, but it feels to be a lot of logic and intellect and thought required there as well. Now, the other thing that is moving is Uranus is moving into Gemini in, and why is this important? Because Gemini is all about logic, intellect, but it's also about Uranus, which is about thinking outside of the box, shaking up and dismantling limiting beliefs. So shaking up your old beliefs, changing, growing, developing new beliefs. It's all energy around growing as a person. But I feel that happens with solitude, intellect, and that Gemini kind of qualities, because Uranus is another outer planet that's moving, and that's going to be happening at the end of April. So I feel you're going to feel it even more so on an intellectual level. It's going to give you a bit more clarity of thought, I think, as Uranus moves into Gemini. Uranus looks for out-of-the-box solutions. So out-of-the-box solutions may be coming into your thought with more clarity by the end of April to help you through that situation. Coming back to the alignment card, being on the highest timeline, again, it's strategy, intellect, logical. You need to think about it. You need to think about what's best for you. What's your best outcome? What's your best timeline here? That's what you're going in and really thinking deeply, going into meditation, going into just time, just a minute away from everybody else, and thinking about what you need in your life to move forward, having strategy, having logic. And I think by the end of April, there's going to be a lot more clarity coming your way with that. With the reoccurrence card, this is the pattern. Now, it may have been unclear why it keeps reoccurring, why you keep butting your head on the same hurdles or obstacles, or why the same arguments keep unfolding. So maybe the clarity will come to you when all this logic steps into play, when Uranus moves into Gemini end of April. So this is where I think what was unclear starts to become clear. And then you start to see why you repeated certain patterns, why you took that job, why you chose that path or that skill or that person, what you learnt from it. I think it becomes clear by the end of April what all these little steps or synchronicities have meant for your new path moving forward. Let's put a card on that one here. And this is huge because it's got the amplification card. So this card is saying this is electric. This is Uranus. Uranus is electric. It's the planet of the great disruptor. It's electrifying. It brings in a burst of energy that's electrifying and says, I'm going to give you that energy, that motivation, that electrifying feeling that you are on the right path. This energy feels enormous. It feels abundant. It feels beautiful. It feels like it gives you that kickstart in motivation, more than motivation, that kickstart in where you've been feeling lacking or feeling flat. This energy, especially by the end of April, I feel this energy just really picks up next level, whatever it is. It could be your psychic abilities. It could be your ability to be reading cards or YouTube or whatever it is. This energy is going to really start amplifying you. Whatever this little flame is within you of this new path that you're forging. Could be a book you're writing. This is a author's deck. Whatever it is that you're doing is going to be uniquely you. Uranus is a very unique planet, represents being uniquely you. But what was a little spark is going to become electrifying, pulsing energy. That's great for your motivation. That's great for your energy levels, but it's also great in helping you to forge this new path. It's what your soul needs you to align to at this time. So I feel that energy really starts to heighten. So what is starting as a little spark of what you feel like you should be doing or you'd like to do will really start to amplify as Uranus finds its new home in Gemini. Hope you enjoyed this little flip through of the cards and how they read together, and I will see you on the next reading. Or feel free to check out the other decks and see if you like those ones. Split the deck group too, so if I need more information I can just grab clarifiers or extra information from the top. So this is going to be a little flip through of what the personal predictions deck looks like and how it reads together. Now you read how you normally read. I normally try to make a story out of whatever's coming up or what I'm feeling. So it encourages you to use your other senses. Are you hearing things? Is something make you feel a certain way? Are you getting visual images while you're reading? So all of these things are very important to bring them through as well. I call them the raw message. When you get something directly from spirit like that, it's a raw message. I also call the words on the cards the raw message as well. Sometimes when you try to interpret something, there can be a little bit of room for misinterpretation. I think the raw message is very important. So and when it comes to reading a guidebook is great, but it's also somebody's interpretation of the card, which happens to be my interpretation of the card. It's more important that you go with your own interpretation. They're designed to spark your intuition. How does it make you feel? What does that card remind you of a certain experience that you've had in your life? And if so, then that is going to be very relevant to your reading or to that person's reading. So I would say, above all, go with your own gut instinct, your own intuition, because these cards are designed to spark your intuition, and that is the raw message. So let's get into today's reading. Now we've got changes, transformation and growth. On the end, the two cards here are changes and transformation and growth coming your way. You've got a big decision coming your way, group 2. Choices are going to have to be made here. Now it may have been that this situation has been very slow, but then it feels sudden. So to me, it feels like it's been slow to get to the point or stage that it's in now. But then all of a sudden, it's like you've now faced with, what do I do? Is it a dilemma? Is it just a challenge? Is it just a choice? But it's almost like it's been slow, not a lot happening, and then all of a sudden, wow, it's all unfolding, and you've got to make all these quick decisions. It feels hasty, it feels quick. Now, for some of you, it can feel like you don't like making decisions, you don't like change, because change means you have to move out of your comfort zone. And we've got the comfort zone card here as well. So I am feeling big choices coming your way, group 2. What felt slow becomes fast, and it becomes all of these quick succession choices that you have to make. Or that what you thought you had time before you had to make this decision, and then all of a sudden, time's up. You're making this decision now. These changes are happening. You have to really choose now. You don't have that. Time is not a luxury that you have anymore. Now, I must say, goes in your favor. This is a beautiful card. The energy of this card is beautiful. It feels calm. It feels surreal. It feels like, okay, I'm just going to embrace these changes, these challenges, these choices. I'm just going to take them in my stride. I'm not going to let them stress me out. I'm going to breathe. I'm going to not give in to the energy where something feels uncomfortable. So coming out of the comfort zone. So stepping into this energy which will drain you if you think you're being rushed, or you think you're being forced into a decision. This here is do it in your time. Don't worry about this time here. Do it in your time. So come back to, if somebody's trying to force you to make a decision, or somebody's trying to say, okay, time's up, you've got to make the decision now, I would say do it in your time. Do it in your comfort zone. Do it at whatever pace you feel comfortable with. You don't have to rush to change, because if it doesn't feel aligned to you, or it's happening, it's going to happen, but you don't want to be forced into a decision, because then you're always going to think, well, did I make the right decision? I felt like I got forced into that decision. So I would say go with your own instincts. I would say favorable result will come when you really just feel guided and comfortable in that situation. You have to, whatever this is that you're deciding on or moving forward, or the changes that are coming, they are coming, and you will have to face decisions, but don't make it feel stressful. Don't let the anxiety of change being stressful bring you down. Really do it in your own time. Breathe through the situation. Just think, nothing is going to happen until I make this decision, so I'm not going to be forced into making this decision in a rush way. Do it in your own time. Breakthrough progress. I feel like this can also, it feels to me a little bit like breaking through your personal boundaries in a way that you almost surprise yourself in the outcome. So you didn't think you were capable of that, or you didn't think you could push yourself so far, or you didn't think you were. It's like if you don't put yourself out on a limb, or you don't try something new, you're not going to know that you love it. This card here of this breakthrough is like you pushing yourself a little. I keep hearing pushing. So it's like pushing just a little bit out of your comfort zone will also go in your favor, because you're going to shock yourself at how much you either love something or how good at it you are. So it's really just going slightly out of your comfort zone. Don't stress yourself out, but it feels to be you're going to have a breakthrough in that area. And just like I said, you're going to surprise yourself. Unexpected surprise. You're going to be very surprised about the outcome, because you just stepped just slightly outside of your comfort zone, expanded just a little bit, did something that you were worried was going to be uncomfortable, or wasn't just sitting at home or inside your bubble. You were surprised about how good it was, or how much you loved it, or how good you are at it. You surprised yourself. Okay, comfort zone could be travel as well. So traveling outside of your comfort zone, your safety zone. So it could be, you may love it. Maybe the problem's been that you haven't been motivated to get yourself out of your house or your comfort zone. But this feels to be small steps. Doesn't have to be traveling overseas, although it could be. It's transport, it's movement. So it's moving out of out of your comfort zone or moving outside of your boundaries will bring unexpected surprises. And it feels to me that you will really love it. You feel calm, you feel safe, and you feel like I should have done this a long time ago. But I do feel movement on the table for you. For some of you, it could be car related, it could be a road trip, or it could be something with the car, finally changing your car and moving out of your comfort zone there. Everything is going to be okay is what it's saying. It will go in your favor. I feel you're going to be happy with the result, and unexpectedly you're going to push yourself just a little bit further beyond what you thought you could do. Okay, so release and letting go. So goes in your favor. Release and letting go of restrictions that you put on yourself in a way that you think, okay, well, I could never have done that, or I would never be good at that, or I can't step out of my comfort zone. So it's like this is holding me down. Release, letting go is letting go of burdens. It's letting go of obstacles, letting go of challenges or obstacles you place on yourself, restrictions that you place on yourself, limiting beliefs that you put on yourself. You're letting them go. I also feel it could be letting go of could be clutter as well. You could be doing some kind of spring cleaning, could be doing some kind of letting go of old clothing. I'm seeing going through a cupboard, throwing out clothes. So you could be letting go of or donating things that you don't use anymore. Letting go of clutter. It feels to be right. What I'm picking up for, it may not be for everybody. What I'm picking up with these two cards here is comfort zone. Comfort zone Taurus energy can be somebody that loves their creature comforts. They love to be surrounded by things, sometimes to the point of feeling like hoarding, feeling like you've got all this stuff around you, this clutter around you. Release, letting go is going to make you feel like a weight has been lifted. Energy shifts as well. So feng shui, and I don't do feng shui, but that's what I'm picking up. So feng shui, the energy seems to move better if you've rearranged something or released things and let things go that you're not using anymore. That goes in your favor because energetically the flow of energy is going to be much more favorable for you. Personally, it's going to make you feel lighter, feel like you can tick things off a to-do list. It feels like you get through certain situations. You don't feel as heavy. Now, this can also relate back to heaviness as well. So it can be issues around weight as well. And letting go of kilos in whatever way you choose to do that. What I'm picking up is heavy energy. That's what I'm picking up. I don't know if it's physical body heavy energy, or if I'm picking up weighed down by burdens and responsibilities, or if it's a heavy energy around clutter. You've got so much stuff around you. There's no space. There's no room to breathe. There's no flow of energy is what I'm getting. So I feel this energy of letting go and releasing whatever heaviness this is that's in your life. That's going to make you feel so much better. So that's something you do need to look at doing. Slow pace. We've got the thoughts and strategy. So take your time. Whatever decisions you're making, you don't have to rush. Be thoughtful. Think about it. Think about all the outcomes. Don't rush. Don't be pressured into a decision one way or another. Take your time and think about the situation very carefully. Choices to be made, but not as expected. We've got an unexpected surprise and not expected on the table. And I feel it fits into the energy of the choices that you make is to kind of move out of your comfort zone just a little. Try something new or something that you weren't, when it comes to the choices, maybe it's a little bit different than you're thinking. So you could be thinking about this solution or that solution, but actually there's a third option on the table. So maybe the choice is not just about, and that's why they're telling you to back off a little bit. Take your time because there could be another option coming your way, and that one feels much more aligned. It makes the decision easier. So if you're doubting the choices that's going on around you or the paths that's laid before you, hold back a little bit because there may be room for a different option on the table, and once that presents itself, it feels right to me. It feels like this is the option. I would also say move your body, because there's a lot of movement here. I would say step into nature, be active. I would say take road trips. I would say get in the car, and I know petrol's expensive at the moment, but I'm feeling movement's required. Movement's going to help this whole process over here. It helps bring in a little bit of clarity around these decisions, but I also feel about letting go of what you don't need anymore. It brings a flow of energy. There's a feng shui going on here where it feels like you're cluttered mentally, but also physically. So once you can let go of whatever's draining you, or the problems, or the whatever that's hoarding, or for some of you it's heaviness in the physical body. For some of you it's heaviness in the level of responsibility and duties that you do. For some of you it's heaviness in just your procrastination. You just think, oh, I don't feel like it, I can't be bothered, I don't want to get up, I don't want to do this. That heaviness, there's a releasing that needs to let go of here. The heaviness, you need to let go of that heaviness. Lighten your load in some way, whether it's real physical things you're letting go of, whether it's your physical body that requires lightening, or whether it's some kind of just lightening the energy. The flow of energy feels really stuck in this position right here. So when I feel like it's circulating better, that's when this whole thing seems to be clarity comes. You find a solution, or find a way moving forward that feels really aligned, that you couldn't quite see before because the flow of energy was just a little bit blocked. Changing your perspective. Again, similar thing, you see situations in a different way, it becomes clearer. Glasses, you'll see the situation in a much clearer way. Healing and recovering, transformation and growth. Now I feel this aligns very much into what I've said about the heaviness of the energy. It all comes back down to healing as well. So it does feel like maybe it has manifested on a physical form, whether through heaviness or through laziness, not wanting to move, or procrastination is a better way to put that. There's something here in you that needs to be healed. You've got some healing coming. There's a breakthrough coming, or a change, transformation, or growth that requires healing, and this is going to bring the changes that you need. But there's energy that needs to be shifted. Now I don't know if it's energetic, or I don't know if it's like circulation in your body, because I keep wanting to come back to body energy as well. There's a flow that's being blocked here, and once you can release that blocks and this energy flows much better, this is what the healing is actually doing. It's flowing things better, either in your physical body or flowing energetically around you, to give you a little bit more clarity about what's going on. Hope you enjoyed that little flip through of the personal predictions deck. Feel free to check out any of the other two decks as well, to see you might get a message out of that, or you might just be able to have a look at some of the cards. I hope you have a beautiful week ahead. Group 3. Group 3, I hope this brings you the messages that you need, and I hope you enjoyed this flip through of the signature oracle. So first of all, we've got content or inner peace. So we're needing to find contentment, not mood swings. So I don't know if you are feeling up and down with your energy, but it's finding inner peace and finding a way to balance out your moods or emotions. This could be emotional energy, or it could be hormonal energy. So finding a way to find calmness. It feels to be like irritability, bringing into calmness. And sometimes that can just be by balancing your own moods, rather than bringing on, you might just need some time out there away from other people, so you can get your own moods or energy under control. Now it also sits with the abundance, so this is a great card. As a straight up message, I would say there's abundance coming your way. So whatever it is you're thinking about could bring multiplying your income, or it could be bringing abundance. Now, because it's sitting next to the up and downs, for some of you it could mean that you need to balance your finances, because not only do you need to balance your inner moods, because it's asking you to go within and find peace and contentment, so you're balancing your moods or your irritability. Over here it's asking you to balance your finances, so what you spend versus what you make, or having pulled purse strings tighter because of the economy. So there's a bit of abundance happening there. For some of you it's straight up abundance, and I'll call it like it is, because if I was to pull that for my daily message, I'd be like, yes, today is going to be a very abundant day. Abundance can fall under many things. It's not just money. Abundance can be joy, it can be friendships, it can be doing the things you love. So if I was to pull this for my daily message, I'd be thinking, wow, today's going to be a really great day. It's going to be abundant with opportunities, abundant with things that I love to do, people that I love to be around, just abundant with life. It's going to feel freeing and transformational, or growth. It's Jupiter energy, so it feels like it's opportunities to grow, to expand, to multiply. For some of you, it could mean babies, because it's also multiplying. It's a rabbit. Rabbits symbology can mean babies coming on the horizon. So for some of you, it could be caring for babies. You could be caring for children or grandchildren. As a daily message, if you were to pull these two cards together, I would think, okay, I'll probably be babysitting today. So it could be because we're looking at the babies and caring for babies. Now, it could also be caring for animals, because this is both animal cards and somebody caring for their animals. So it could be either saying that you're a very nurturing person, you might be in the caring field, in the caring industry, or you may have a pet this week that you need to tend to, or it's going to need a little bit more extra attention. But generally, the nurture card is indicating a person that has a very caring heart, can sometimes put others before themselves. And because it's sitting next to get your control, take your power back, it's showing that, in another one, being balanced as well. These are both balancing cards. This one here is saying that you need to really be aware of where your energy resources go. Do you put all your energy to other people and don't hold any back for yourself? So it's asking you, yes, I can feel you're a beautiful person, beautiful energy, beautiful caring nature. You could have worked in the caring industry. You could be a great mother. You could be a great father. You could be somebody that is great with children or animals, because again, it's animals. But I feel that you also have to care for yourself, not just others. You need, because it's saying take your power back, you need to also give a little bit of that nurturing energy back to yourself as well. Organized, chakras, prepared and ready. State of the world that we're living in right now. We see the balancing money, balancing food. I would say maybe there's a little bit of prepping or going on there, a little bit of making sure you're going to have enough to care for your family, feed your family. So organized card, preparation, ready can also mean you need a chakra balance. Chakra balance is going to make you feel amazing. It's also going to help that regulating your moods, regulating your energy as well. Go within. Do a bit of a meditation that involves working through each of the chakras, clearing and balancing each one as you go, because it's going to make you feel amazing. And I feel that it's going to give you that inner content feeling that you really need. Maybe you've forgotten. I just done one this week for the first time in months. And I've forgotten how good it makes you feel when you actually do that. So preparation means taking your power back, your power to make choices, your power to make decisions, and your power to be prepared for anything. So getting organized, getting prepared, not leaving it up to others to make decisions for you, not leaving it up to other people to make the plans, make the decisions. I would say you need to start to be a little bit more organized. Now I'm feeling also juggling with this juggling card, and she's holding two in her hand. This one here is balancing ups and downs. I feel like you're either juggling your life versus somebody else's issues. So it could be, especially because I'm seeing these two cards. So you've got your life and it's going content and smooth, and then somebody else brings you these issues that they're going through, and then you're juggling that into your energy and thinking, how can I help this person get through their situation? So taking your power back, or somebody coming to you for your guidance and the energy that you have to help you navigate and get control of that situation. But there is a deliberation. There's two paths here, two candles, and they say, okay, you need to choose where you put your energy. Again, there's a deliberation here as well. This person is looking at each choice in each hand, and then over here there's one in each hand, but they're balanced. So it can be a balanced decision, balancing where you put your energy. There's a deliberation of energy going on, 2, 2, and 2. All says there's something that needs to be balanced here, balancing your work life, balancing your incoming versus your outgoing, balancing where you put your energy to yourself versus where you put your energy to the other. There's a lot that needs deliberation on here, because these two cards on each of the ends is going within and deliberating. So thinking about a balancing of energy, or balancing something in your life that's currently out of whack or out of balance, or being able to have your life that is content and then have to help navigate somebody else's, what somebody close to you is going through. So deliberating, just go with it, go with the flow. So choices that you're making, just go with the flow of the universe. Be organized, be open to the flow of what the universe is pushing you in the direction. Organized, prepared and ready. It says don't hold back. Be prepared, be ready for anything, but you're going to be organized enough that you will be able to push forward without feeling stressed or anxious, because you're going to feel organized. Now, you're not going to be able to make that leap unless you're organized. So make sure that you, whatever this situation is for you, make sure you feel ready. You feel prepared, because then when it comes time for the opportunity, you're going to be ready. You'll be able to jump on it there and then, whatever it is that's coming to your mind as you hear that message. Get control, take your power back. Now, this could be feeling drained, feeling tired, feeling like you have headaches, body pain, muscular pain, back pain. This is all what makes you feel cloudy. Your judgment's not clear, and it feels like pain in the body. So it says take your power back, get control. Get control of whatever health issues going on around you. You need to find out what it is that soothes that, or eliminates that, or allows you, or cures that. I know it says care, but I'm getting it looking at cures for whatever this body issue is. That feels like head pain, aches, or it says aches, it could be body aches, it could be headaches, it could be body aches. But it feels draining and you've had enough, and it's time to take your power back and say, okay, this is giving me headaches, this person's giving me headaches, I'm going to do something about this. So it's up to you to take your power back to take control of that situation. Nurturing and caring for yourself. Feeling trapped in a situation, but you're feeling drained and run down because of it. Maybe it's the body aches, maybe it's the headaches, but it's saying that you really do need to care for yourself. I see you being a caring, nurturing person to other people or to animals, but for this, it's saying you need to really make sure you're focusing on your own health, your own body care, your own well-being here, because it's very important physically for you. Abundance, multiplying, have more fun. This is just straight up saying, don't forget to do the things you love. Money will come, money will be there. Flow of the universe says it wants you to enjoy life a little bit more. Have more fun, stop stressing. This is very heavy energy. You see this card wants to come out over here. So this one here says it feels very heavy. Painful. It feels like you feel trapped in a situation, or trapped by your physical body limitations through pain. So here it's saying you're not here to be weighed down by this heavy energy or to feel trapped in different dilemmas. I feel like the universal soul is saying, I just want you to have more fun, enjoy your life. This balancing up and down mood swings or the people around you, it can make you feel heavy. This is saying, come back to you, come back to the things that you enjoy. Have a bit more fun with your life. Surging forward, success is coming your way. So where you've had ups and downs in the past on a path that or something you're trying to get out or get together, you may have been faced with hurdles or obstacles. It's saying once you can sort out this heaviness that's sitting in the middle here, get yourself prepared and organized. When that opportunity arises, you're just going to leap. You're going to take the chance, roll the dice, and you're just going to go with it. You're going to feel ready, and you're going to charge forward with such success. And this energy, it's going to be successful. It's going to be abundant. It's going to be do it now. The opportunity will present itself, and you're going to be ready and you're going to take it. But there's a little bit of preparation that's required first that you're needing to work through, so you're ready for when the opportunity presents yourself. You're ready just to full steam ahead into that energy. And finally, we've got contentment. Not as it seems, inner content. So I would say look into the situation clearly, because maybe it's not going to be as peaceful as you think. Maybe it's going to be more fast-paced energy. This charging forward, taking a leap, to me feels like a lot of work, and it feels like you're going to be very busy, very successful in whatever this is. So it's not going to be as much time for going within and doing that meditation work or peacefulness. There's more work coming. You're going to be successful in whatever it is you're looking at doing. Ask for help. Ask your spirit team to help you succeed in whatever venture this is for you. And then just follow the signs. Prepare where you can. Follow the signs and synchronicities coming your way. And because you've asked for that help, they're going to give you the guidance. And then you'll just be ready to roll that dice, take that leap when it comes, and charge full steam ahead into success. Hope you enjoyed that little flip through. I hope that you got the messages that you needed, and I will see you again next week.